Hey guys, it's Dave again, aka Finance Guy, bringing you another 54 bucks EverQuest raid, a local install on my computer. We're in Vex Thal, and this is I don't think it actually is called DXVT. I think people just call him Temariel. Diabo Ziva Temariel. It looks like he has two weapons in his hand, so he might actually be harder than normal. I'm not sure if he's gonna go crazy with those weapons. I don't know if they proc. I'm not really sure what those are. So we're gonna actually see. Real quick, I got my 54 box guys, my 54 man raid, all boxes. Level 60, about 200 AAs on each of them. And I think we're just going to kind of dive right into this. So, real quick, let's bring him up. Here's Diablo Shiva Temariel, or just Temariel for short. 1.7 million hit points. Hits like a truck, but doesn't attack very fast and is slowable. So, not so bad. Doesn't rampage, doesn't flurry, doesn't enrage. Pretty straightforward fight. And honestly, with all the spells he casts, he's probably gonna spend the first part of the fight just casting spells because I'm guessing he's a wizard. So that actually makes it easier to kind of set up because I can go into Furious, and while he's casting, I can debuff him. So it looks like he even has like a damage shield. Yeah, he has some wizard spells on. Yeah, he's a wizard. Okay, so let's just run right in and just do this. So cast Furious. And probably shouldn't have wasted Furious, honestly. That was probably a waste of Furious. I should have waited for him to charge me. But that's okay. That is okay. We can still deal with this. We're going to debuff him. And I'm going to have everyone just run up to him. There we go. Debuff him. It looks like got aggro on the Enchanter because I cast Tash way too early. We can get defensive up. He's slowed. Now he's not really a threat. Oh, we're going to just GM kill this ad because he was a trap mob. He spawned because I walked too close to that ground. So there's a lot of invisible mobs in Vex Thal. So Vex Thal is kind of a crappy zone for all the trash mobs because a lot of trash mobs spawn more trash. So any 4-armed trash mob, when you kill them, will turn into a cloaked trash mob. I also believe one is male and one is female. I think I remember seeing like his and her. So kind of a weird side effect or side topic that sometimes you're sometimes fighting males, sometimes you're fighting females, and I think the males turn into females or the females turn into males. Some of them, I'm not really sure. It's a very strange like heaven culture that they have, for sure. So Temariel's actually going down pretty quick. Oh, and I actually didn't turn on the complete heal rotation again. Just didn't even need it. But we're gonna try it on now. And if you saw the last fight where I was fighting, was it TXD? I forgot to turn on the complete heal rotation, and maybe it was Kellen. And the fight was going just fine, and I turned it on because the clerics were getting low on mana. But honestly, like I'm so well geared on Dave that as long as Dave is tanking, like he's not gonna die unless the clerics run out of mana. I have enough healing power, and my healers are well geared, and they got a good mana regen now. This is just really well. This is really tanky. I have pretty much a lot of Vex Thal gear now on Dave. Just really that's Velius. That's Velius. So I guess we do have we have a lot of Vulak and like Avatar War type gear. That quality of gear. So this has become more of just like an exercise in getting better loot for the kind of the non-main characters. The characters that their gear is a little less important. But as soon as I clear Vex Thal this time and record videos, I may see if I missed anyone. I know I didn't. I said in the previous video I didn't record Tener, and I didn't record Kazakh Duel, and I didn't record Evolved Burrower or Cursed or Emperor Shreza. I am gonna do Cursed. I'm gonna do Cursed, but I don't think I'll do the other ones. Kazakh Duel is pretty straightforward. You clear the zone. You cast Levitate on everyone just to avoid the Avatar knockback, and you kill him. And the Fear is kind of annoying. He fears the main tank, and then he runs around and beats people up. And then Tener, I don't really have much experience killing because I've never really been in a guild that focuses on her too much. You basically clear the zone because she summons all of the zone to her. You clear the zone, you kill her. And then Evolve Burrow is like an underwater fight that once he's slowed, you don't even really need a tank for him. He's so easy. So we're just going to finish off Vex Thal. I'm going to kill Temariel with you guys right now. And I'm probably going to, take a break, go back to work. It is like in the middle of the day. I have some work to do. I was just taking a break to play some EverQuest. And then I'm going to probably tonight after dinner, I will think about doing Fake Atten, Blob 2 North, Blob 2 South. I'll just record one of the Blob 2 videos. And then AHR herself. And really from there, we're going to start going into Planes of Power next. We're going to level to level 65. I'll probably do a leveling video so you guys can see how I level. And then I might do like an AA video, just to probably get a lot of Planes of Power AAs. Probably a ton, and I'll probably get the Gates of Discord AAs too, just because it's level 65. Let's get all the 65 AAs instead of kind of picking and choosing. And then I'll start progressing through Planes of Power, which I'm not entirely familiar with each fight. Some of the fights have like scripted stuff and ads, and like I can't imagine how many overall is set. I feel like that's gonna be like an absolute nightmare to figure out, because when you do them on live, like typically when I've been in a Ralisec fight, you basically put everyone on Ralisec and you have like 5 or 6 people kite the ads. Like you don't even worry about them, you just run around and avoid them. I think the ads are stunnable on Ralisec, and you can like point blank AoE stun of all the enchanters. If that's possible, I might do it that way. I have no idea how I'm gonna do Koronov. Like I might skip Koronov, and Wrath Council I'll probably skip them too. I'll probably just like pound kill them. Because I think with Wrath Council you have to fight like 12 people or something, 12 mobs simultaneously and kill them within a minute of each other. I just don't think you can box that. I think on PEQ, Project EverQuest, most boxers will team up with a few friends, like a few other boxers, and they'll do like Wrath Council or Koronov like that. It's just easier. Or they'll get to level 70 where it's a little easier to burn down all the mobs at once. I'm kind of off topic now. We should be talking about Vex Thal. I don't like Vex Thal that much. I love the loot, I love the loot and I love the dungeon. I love the concept. Although I've noticed Vex Thal has like not many windows. Or is that a window? I'm not really sure. But for a palace, it seems like, I guess there are windows. But they're like interior windows. Are there any external windows? I'm not really sure. It's a weird thing to think about. But like, doesn't the Heavens care about like looking outside? It's kind of dark and depressing in here. Well, it's kind of bright in here with all our light sources. I don't know, maybe they can see in the dark. Anyway, Temariel's going down. He's at 23%. And I'm just going to quick burn him. Add a little extra DPS from the melee. At some point, I'll probably start mana burning, and I do my harm touches manually, just because I don't want to waste them. So those are not part of the burns. I have 2 harm touches, obviously, for Arthur and Norm, 1 for each of them. And then the mana burns, I have 5 wizards. But I don't know if mana burn works like it does on live, where you can only have 1 mana burn per character, or per mob for a few minutes. I know harm touch is a debuff, so you have to wait to use it again. But mana burn might not be that way on the server. I'd have to see. Did he just knock me back? Did you guys see that? Did he proc something on? Oh, he must have cast a spell. Because he's a wizard. He probably cast something. I don't think his weapons are knockbacks. He looks like a badass dual wielding those swords. Like, I feel like hopefully those are good. Those are good weapons, because yeah, they look awesome. But he's almost dead, and we'll see what he drops. I'm very excited, because like I said, the loot in this zone is like candy. It's like when you go to like Plane of Fear or Plane of Hate for the very first time during Classic, and your gear is standard starter gear, not very exciting, nothing good, and you get your first bunch of pieces of the gear, and you're really happy, or I'm trying to think of other Candyland zones. North Temple of Ishan is a Candyland zone for the most part, and this is Candy, and Plane of Time in Planes of Power is like a Candyland zone, but basically endgame zones. The endgame zone is like always like a huge step up from everything you've ever done, and I just like it. It's a dopamine rush you get when you get better loot. Except all the loot is mine because they're all my character, and I love it. And I think one of the best parts about boxing is that everything is yours and you don't have to share. Not that sharing is bad. Sharing is good. You should share. But, when you're playing by yourself, you share it among yourself with your own characters. So, anyway, Temariel is about to drop, and we're going to see what he drops. And here we go. 1%, and 0%, and what does he got? Let's see. All right, he's dead. Back off. move everyone off the corpse, and let's restart the macros. Alright, so pause, and what did he drop? What is this? I don't know if I want that. Oh, I dropped 2 of them. I guess we could use dual wielding. What's this? And the shroud is unfortunately no good for a shoulder slot item because I have the eighth shawl and all the casters and priests, so they get the +3 mana regen and the buff extension. But I will take this for Lunar Whispers. Unfortunately, I don't know who has it and who doesn't, so I'm gonna have to kind of guess. I'm not even do find slot because I already know it's not going to be equipped. But let's see. Who can get the scimitar? Probably nobody. Honestly, that's probably going to rot. Both of them. That's really a shame because they look so cool. Because I have avatar weapons in my my primary hands. Yeah, they already have it. It's just, is that better or worse? I don't know. I don't know. Let's give it to Virginia, sure. Let's see what happens. I have a parser. I can always test her DPS over the next like 10 fights and see which weapon is better. I can just purposely not destroy her current weapon. Let's do that. The avatar weapons are not the best weapons for damage and delay anymore, but that plus like 100 attack power, it's kind of hard to argue with, you know. So let's see, who can I give that winner? What about Shelby? I know she has mana regen issues compared to some of the other clerics. Let's give that to Shelby. So I'll show you a little macro thing. We're gonna load something up. So I'll show you guys. Yeah, I'll give that to her. So we're gonna load up macros. Oh, Notepad++, not TextPad. Here are the macros. If you see my other macro video, you will have seen this. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to Shelby, and the item is called... Oh, hold on a second. All right. The item is called Twilight Shroud. So we're going to go into Shelby's macro, and for self buff, we're going to add a new self buff and type Twilight Shroud. And what that's going to do is... I'm going to restart her macro, and what you're going to see is she's going to now use the Lunar Whispers buff, because it's from the Twilight Shroud item. And now she'll get +2 mana regen, which is great, because her mana regen was a little low compared to the other clerics. So that's all, guys, for this fight, and I'm going to take a break, and then probably later today or tomorrow, I'm going to do, like I said, Fake Atten, Blob 2, and AHR, and we'll be done with the Shadows of Vulkan expansion, and we'll move right on. If you like what you see, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. It's been fun making these videos, and I will keep doing them. You guys have a good day. Bye-bye.